Baseball from the Big Apple. We're at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the New York Mets and the New York Yankees. With Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and Dan, two big-time power arms featured in this one.
Yeah, man, we've got a couple of right-handers that can bring the noise here. Both of these guys, big power arms. Philo plays in the game of baseball. Also, a good assortment of breaking pitches. If these two guys are on, I think you're going to see a lot of swings and misses in this ballgame.
Yankees baseball comes your way next. Garrett Cole is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Yanks. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we're getting a look at a real competitive pitcher here. Career ERA in the low threes, and that's not an easy thing to do in the day and age of small ballparks and guys swinging for the fences. Rock solid pitcher, does a lot of things well, and it'll be fun to watch him work in this one here today.
Jonathan Villar is at the plate as he takes it ball strike one.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. On a nice changeup that time, gets him to swing right through it as the leadoff man is down on strikes to open up the ball game.
Batting second.
Now to the plate, here is Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon.
First delivery to him. Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
One out, nobody on. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Roll. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
Nimmo with an even count of 2-2 now. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Well, even though these two teams are in different leagues, they do play each other every year because of the crosstown rivalry, and it's always pretty fun.
Yeah, for the players, Matt, they love it. Not only is there more on the line than usual, like bragging rights, but they're not having to stay at hotels and all that. It's just like a normal home game where they're driving to a different ballpark.
2 balls and a strike. Now he turns on a fastball and sends it deep down the right field line. Almost into the short porch, but it's off the wall. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
Not really much the pitcher can do about that, but he put the ball down in the zone where he wanted it, but it was just a solid piece of hitting. Goes down and gets it and pulls it into the corner for extra bases.
Yeah, as you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins. Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1.
Have to find a way to get that guy home from second now. Never know how important these early runs can be.
Lindor at second with 2 down. Hard stuff on the corner, and he's got him 0-2 now.
Hey, I know we're only in the top of the first, but back-breaking blows are those 2-out runners in scoring position knocks, and they have a chance to capitalize right here.
Boy, Hero, you touched on it right there. I think as a pitcher, you try to get through that first inning and not have to show all of your pitches and empty out the bucket. That 2-out double right now, he's going to have to buckle down to try to keep this game scoreless.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. From the stretch, the 1-2. Good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. So they can't make anything out of the 2-out double. Bottom of the first, straight ahead, we are scoreless on the show. Jacob deGrom gets the starting nod for the Mets. Dan, any thoughts?
Well, man, if my life was on the line, Jacob deGrom would be pitching that game for me. Approaches triple digits regularly. Incorporated that 4-seam fastball a couple of seasons ago. He can sink it, has a great slider, curveball, and changeup combination. I don't think there's a pitcher in the sport right now that has the tools and the weapons and knows how to use them like deGrom does.
And that sends DJ LeMahieu into the box. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And that's waved at and missed for strike 1. The 0-1. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
And I really don't know how you swing at that. He must have had his mind up he was going to swing as soon as the ball came out of the pitcher's hand.
Line to the right side. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Hey, guys, right there, you look for weaknesses. Can a guy come in? Can he command him? Obviously not the case in this situation. He went to the well outside of that 3 times. Eventually, the batter made a motion.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Nobody out, runner on first. Outside for a ball, 1-1. As a look, now the pitch. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Here's big Aaron Judge. And this will be fouled away. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. The 0-1 pitch. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out the stretch right now, man. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Giancarlo Stanton now. As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Down the left field line and deep. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as he winds up a long foul ball. The 1-1. High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Here comes the 1-2. He's at the knees and called strike 3. Yanks lead 1. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. So now to the plate, Michael Conforto, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one. Well, fans of good pitching are in for a treat today. What can we expect from today's matchup, guys?
I know everyone loves the long ball, Matty, but this is why I pay the price of a ticket right here. Two of the game's best, two of the hardest throwers competing at the top of their game. Dan, you have to love this stuff.
You know, D-Row, we thought coming into this one it was going to be a low-scoring affair. Both of these pitchers look like they're locked in early, and runs are going to be really difficult to come by. They both look like they're on point so far.
2-2. Swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first down.
Wow, this stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
To a slider out of the zone, 1 strike to count. His career line against Garrett Cole, he's got 3 base hits in 17 at-bats. He's taken him deep once. 1 strike now from Cole. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now. Baez, a native of Puerto Rico. He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, Matt, you cannot miss on your first rounder. And they did with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already. And there are 2 gone in the inning.
Dominic Smith.
Standing in now, Dominic Smith. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Trying to avoid becoming the 3rd strikeout victim of the inning here. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
Hey, I still believe in my heart the best pitch is a well-executed fastball down and away, and that's exactly what that is. He swings at that. That's off the end of the bat. That's not hard contact at all, and that's an easy out for the defense.
2-1 to count. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
Man, this pitcher is on right now, pounding the zone, attacking these hitters. He's making it look easy.
Fouled away. No score here as we play inning number 2. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
You don't see this very often off of this starting pitcher. This guy's not used to giving up some bombs, so I'm sure that'll be a wake-up call, and he'll start throwing some better pitches.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn.
Number 6.
As he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. The 1-0 home is offered at and missed for the first strike.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
We're in the second, 1-0 Mets early on. A ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch.
That will have to cross paws as that's strike 3 to retire the side. Mets draw first blood thanks to this solo home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's 1-0 Mets. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring up Joey Gallo.
Leading off for the Yankees, the left fielder, Joey.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Set to deliver the 0-1. And we can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Yeah, there are a couple of things you don't want to do as a visiting pitcher. Never give the home crowd a reason to get involved early, and don't put guys on base to ignite a big inning. Well, mission accomplished on both fronts. We'll see how he responds.
Into the box now, Aaron Hicks, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. The 0-1 on its way.
Well, he came right back in there after he hit the previous batter. I like that. If you're going to work inside, you're going to hit a few guys, but you can't let that change your game plan.
The 1-1. Gallo on at first, nobody out. Curveball, and he thought it was strike 2. Instead, it goes to 3-1.
He drilled the previous batter, and now he falls behind 3-1 to this guy. The last thing you can do, though, is throw a fastball middle of the plate right here.
Hitters count all the way, and here it comes. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Your eyes light up from the offensive side playing in a hitter's park like this. Have to get the ball up to do some damage. I'm not mad at that take.
Another full count pitch home. Gets him looking up around the letters. Next for New York, Gleyber Torres. Here's the first pitch to him. Runners on first with 1 down. There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1.
Ooh, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
And that misses. 2-1. Lays off the changeup, and he's ahead in the count now, 3-1. Gary Sanchez, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. The 3-1. Full count, 3-2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. fly ball out toward left center field. Nimmo is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Digging in now for the Yankees, Gary Sanchez. In previous duels with the Drum, he's gone 2 for 6. He also has 1 home run. Now here's the first offering. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Up top, it's 2-0.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
The count now at 2-1. Has a look, now the pitch. Strike swinging, timing a little off on that one. Good changeup in the dirt, strike 3. And that ends the inning. So they pick up no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We played 2 full. The Mets lead it 1-0. James McCann, and he'll start out there half of the 3rd, top of the order to follow. First pitch coming, here it is.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. 1-2 now.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
Slapped hard the opposite way, and a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Hey, that's nice execution right there. Swung through the first slider, got it again, stayed tall, kept his hands back, didn't try and do too much, and delivered a nice base hit.
At the plate now, Jonathan Villar, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He was a strikeout victim to open up the ball game. 1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter. A runner at first with no outs here. Now a swinging bunt. Ready with the 1-2.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
And they just can't touch him right now as this is swung on and missed. 7 punch-outs now, and there's 1 away.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
The former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. McCann stands at first with 1 out. A high fastball is in there.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. This guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Here's another 0-2. In the dirt. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, the intent there with that two-strike pitch was obviously to get him to fish for something he couldn't do a whole lot with, but there's the risk that comes with that as well. If you don't execute or your catcher can't handle it very well, you give up 3 bases.
And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ballgame.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
So here's Francisco Lindor now, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Comes set, the 0-1. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
2 out here and a runner at second. Not what he wanted to do there with the slider as it misses well above the zone.
Hey, after the double in his first at-bat, looks like he's trying to pitch around this guy a little bit.
Two and 1, here it is. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
A lot of pitches away here, which is pretty much what you're forced to do with lefty batters here at Yankee Stadium. It doesn't take much to hook one out of here to right field with that short porch out there.
Ball strike, and that'll run it full.
You know he wants to end this inning right here on 3-2, but I don't think we'll see him lay one in on the next pitch there with a base open to work with.
Ready with the payoff pitch. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Mets strand 1, but they're up 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and stepping up as the shortstop, Gio Urshela.
The shortstop, number 29.
Here's the first pitch. There's a changeup taken, but it finds the zone on the inside. Slider laid off for a ball.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Changeup, called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2.
Not the ideal location for a changeup up in the zone, but he got away with it.
So a full count now.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
And that one yanked just foul.
I think for every player, for every former player, that swing right there is the reason we need to extend the netting without question. Want the fans to be safe.
Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second with a punch out,
The
one
third
away.
baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 1 for 1 with a single so far. The windup and the 0-1. Now an off-spin pitch gets the outside. It's a called strike.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2, the numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
And And he is in complete control now. 7 strikeouts as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
Boy, this guy has really good stuff so far in this one. How about 7 Ks, and we're just in the middle innings of this one. If he continues this up, this could be a real solid performance.
Rizzo stands in now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 2 outs already on the K this inning, so he'll be looking to do better. The 1-0 home is taken for ball 2. 2-1 after the foul ball there.
This could be a huge win for the guy on the mound if he's able to get out of this inning 1, 2, 3 and start fresh next inning with the middle of the order.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
Into his motion, here comes the 3-1. And this one misses for ball 4. And the Yankees get a base runner here with 2 away.
Now that the right fielder, Aaron.
And that'll bring up Aaron Judge. Struck out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Rizzo leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And that misses downstairs for a ball 1-1. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
1-2. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ballgame, and that one ends the inning. 1 left for the Yankees. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. New inning set to get underway, and up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but it's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. A good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Left fielder looking up. Still ranging back. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here to left as the Mets are out in front now, 2-0.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Into the box, Michael Conforto. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. Gallo has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number one. Here's Javier Baez. Cole gets the sign. First pitch on its way. Changeup called strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Torres has it. Throw on to first, two gone. Next will be the designated hitter, Dominic Smith. Got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
Yeah, and he wasn't fooled at all by the changeup last time. Kept his hands back and absolutely destroyed that ball. So I got to think he's not going to see a changeup in this scenario right here.
One ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 home is laid off, but in there for strike one. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Here comes the 1-2. It is looked at off the plate for a ball. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2.
When a pitcher's close to working through a quick inning, that's when you really need to grind out some at-bats. He's done a good job of that, and that's really big when you're hitting towards the bottom of the order.
Good battle. Count remains full. No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Full count still. The next 3-2. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Cost him ball 4.
When a guy homers off you early in the game, the last thing you want to do is challenge him and maybe have him do it again. He was a lot more careful with him there.
Next up from New York, Jeff McNeil. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Popped him up. Sanchez has a play. And he makes the play to end the inning. Mets do pick up a run on this solo shot. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 2-0 New York. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th.
Ready to go.
Standing in is the DH, Giancarlo Stanton.
Hey, Matty, they need to get some offense going in this one. Get the run back in this inning. Give them a little bit of confidence that they can keep up in this game.
And this is low, ball 1. 2 balls and no strikes. The count to Stanton.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
3-0 now.
Hey, throwing the ball great up to this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
the strike zone, but the take sign was on 3-1.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I got to believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
3 balls and 2 strikes to the Yankees DH.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
Now the 3-2 pitch is down low, and he gets the call. Strike 3 looking.
It looked like this at bat had the makings of a leadoff walk when it started 3-0. So that's a good job not to give in and battle back to earn the strikeout. That's not always easy to do.
So that brings up the big bat of Joey Gallo, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He was plunked with a pitch in his first trip to the plate. The 1-0. Fouled off. The 1-1. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
To the plate now, Aaron Hicks. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. An attempt to put the ball in play for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. And he takes a cold strike up and out over the plate. 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They're down 2-0. James McCann. He'll lead things off against Garrett Cole. First pitch coming. Here it is. The 1-0. Finds the zone. Strike 1. Outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and no one will get this one.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
Swinging a soft liner. Oh, a diving stop. Just late. He's safe. Almost got him after the great stop, but it's a base hit, and the leadoff man's on to start the inning.
Hey, that's a heck of a job by the shortstop right there, for him to range, at least get to that ball and show his pitcher with a diving stop. He's willing to get dirty all day long. Wasn't able to complete the play, but the effort was there.
At the plate, Jonathan Villar. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. On a grade school swing there, it's 1-1.
That's been a great pitch for him all night. Able to push and pull the throttle a little bit, throwing a good fastball located and mixing in that nasty changeup with good arm action.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. McCann gets his lead at first, nobody out. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, the graphic here isn't going to properly show just how far that pitch was from the strike zone. That thing wasn't even close, and I think it made the decision to move up a base pretty easy to make.
And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his third tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
So here's Brandon Nimmo. Late on that one as it's foul off to the left side. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Runner at second here with one man out. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2 pitch. Grounder down the line at third. Loved by LeMahieu. A bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. 2 out, runner in scoring position at second. Opening up the switch hitting shortstop and perennial MVP candidate Francisco Lindor. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. High and deep down the left field line. And foul. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. Mets leave one. They're up 2-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with the Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. No, they have not scored yet, but they have been successful in running up the pitch count, something they feel will eventually pay dividends on the scoreboard as the starter gets tired and they are forced to go to the bullpen. For now, they're sticking to the plan.
All right, thanks, Heidi. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
After that off-balance swing right there, you find yourself down 0-2 and wishing you were back on deck with the donut on your bat, visualizing hitting a home run.
And he misses there, 1-2.
Yeah, doubled up on the slider away there. Got him to go after it before, so why not see if he'll offer at it again?
Swing and a miss. 5 straight strikeouts now, and there's one gone.
Man, he is looking flat out unhittable on the mound right now. That's 5 straight punch-outs. I love it, but I think he might want to get his defense involved at some point so they don't fall asleep.
So now to the plate, Gary Sanchez. strikes. He'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now a bouncing ball for the shortstop Lindor. Fielded cleanly. And the throw is wide as it goes the first baseman off the bag.
Man, there's just no excuse for a little infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. It looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. From the belt, kicks and deals. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Hey, struggling to find the release point of that curveball. That wasn't a very good one. Somehow he's just got to find that field because that's a pitch he's going to need going forward.
1-1. Sanchez, base runner at first with 1 out. And that misses 2-2.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1 and 2. The count's now at 2 and 2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. To second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So put another 0 on the board as they've been held scoreless through 5. 5 innings complete. It's the Mets 2 and the Yankees nothing. Clay Holmes takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 35. Clay Holmes.
So here's Pete Alonso. A hit and 2 tries for him so far.
Yeah, man, going back to that last at-bat when he hit the homer, that was a fastball that was up in the zone. This guy likes the ball up in the zone, so if I'm on the mound right now, I'm thinking try to keep the ball at the knees and below. He doesn't handle that low pitch quite as well.
And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up. He's ready. Here's the 1-0.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Holmes, a right-hander going 6'5". He was a 9th-round pick back in 2011.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Blake's is bad as this one's popped up. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man is retired here to begin the 6th.
That is what you're going to get when you've got a flamethrower coming out of the bullpen. And when you're late on a fastball and you make contact below the label, all of a sudden, you're holding some new firewood.
In now, Michael Conforto. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. No hits to this point. Got him to go after that one, but he's in a quick hole, 0-2.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Conforto behind, a ball and 2 strikes. Hard sinker misses, 2-2.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes, and now the count is 2-2.
3-2, full count. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. This is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen these days. But it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
Sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And it's quickly 0-2.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
2 runs, 5 hits. 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. Swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes. And that will retire the side. Down in order go the Mets as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. So back to the top of the Yankee order. Digging in, DJ LeMahieu to start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent today.
Yeah, I think if I'm the hitting coach right here, Matty, I'm telling the offense to get aggressive. Just seems like we've been going too deep in counts, and this guy has got exploding stuff on the mound. So I would tell him get overly aggressive on a heater in the middle of the plate early.
First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees. Two balls and a strike now to the Yankees leadoff man.
Hey, it's tough when your team is being held scoreless on the scoreboard. He was trying to put him on the board with a swing like that one.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Here now the 2-2. Freezes him. A strikeout looking.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be. But then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Anthony Rizzo swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. It was a walk in his last trip. Well, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away.
Another knockdown. Error.
2 away now in the Yankees 6th, and that'll bring up the former American League Rookie of the Year, Big Aaron Judge. First delivery to him. And a half-hearted swing there as he tried to go the other way, and it's strike 1.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter-friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Giving chase is Nimmo. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They trail it here 2-0. Number 63 is on, and he'll take over on the mound in relief.
Number 63.
Seventh inning ready to roll, and that'll bring up the left-handed bat of Dominic Smith. First pitch coming, here it is, and it's fouled away. He's ready, here's the 0-1. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and there's a base hit, so maybe some insurance here to lead off the 7th.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
So here's Jeff McNeil. Simply off a slider too low, ball one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0. Fouled away. The 1-1. Fouled off.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Oh, this is hit to third. Will it be 2? One there. On to Rizzo at first, and they get them both.
The catcher, number 43, James.
So base is empty now after the double play. And next to hit is the catcher, James McCann. Now here's the first offering. Swing, and he pops him up. And this is going to be a foul ball. Ready with the 0-1. Popped up. Rizzo has room in foul territory. No problem with this one, and the inning is over. Nothing doing for the Metropolitans, but they're on top 2-0. Last half of the 7th here, and digging in is the veteran DH, Giancarlo Stanton.
Designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike one.
Ball, 1 strike.
Here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Hey, he's been on point from the start of this game. Just pounding the zone with a high 90s fastball. It almost looks like he's gotten stronger as the game's gone on.
And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
Yeah, we're down 2. You better believe they'd gladly take a leadoff walk right here. Anything to get a base runner on and get that tied run to the plate.
Hit hard, but foul. Just hung in there on that one. Another payoff pitch. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location. And the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
Here's Joey Gallo now. So go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. bases with it, 1-1. One out, nobody on. Ball and 2 strikes now. Looking to punch him out again, the pitch.
Well, he's throwing a lot of pitches in this one, but it's not like he's walking a bunch of guys. Only 1 free pass to this point, but they're still making him work really hard.
2-2. He's laid off and the count runs full. And he fouls this one off. A payoff pitch one more time. And this misses here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's issued here into his 7th inning of work.
And I'm sure the manager's just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on upward. He can really hurt you.
Next up is Aaron Hicks, as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box.
And this isn't his strong side, at least not in terms when you look at the stat sheet or his consistent contact rates. I just don't think he's quite as smooth with his rhythm and swing mechanics when he's hitting left-handed.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Things up. It's 2-2.
What a great feeling right there as he circles the pillows, finally able to get this offense potentially going with 1 swing of the bat, being shut out all game, but not anymore.
Now here comes the Mets skipper on his way toward the mound, and a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So he departs in a tie ball game here tonight. You can already hang a no decision on him for this one. Carlos Carrasco takes the call from the pen as he'll try to get the final 2 outs of this 7th frame.
Now back, second baseman, Labor.
Next up will be Gleyber Torres. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Down the right field line. That's going to be down for a base hit. Possibly more than that. And this one scoots all the way to the wall. And he is into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run.
When it left his bat, I thought it might score foul, but from the line and found its way to the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with perfect ease.
Into the box, Gary Sanchez. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here. The 2-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Hey, don't kid yourself. I know those were 2 bad swings, but he hits middle of the order for a reason. It only takes 1 swing.
And it's fouled away. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
That was a big strike out there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to. And that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
To the plate now, Gio Urshela. No balls and 1 strike. No hits to this point. Comes set, the 0-1. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. Yankee shortstop behind in the count 1-2. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Back goes McNeil. And he brings it down to end the inning as the go-ahead run is left stranded. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. 7 complete here tonight, and we are tied 2-2. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Jonathan Villar. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
Here's the pitch. On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. Now here it comes. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. He's falling behind now, 3-1.
Well, that's ball 3, and the Mets right now would take a leadoff guy on any way they could get it.
And the count will be full. Now the 3-2 pick. It's a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpens look sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full snap effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
For ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Now the 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2. Down low, and the clock thickens here. 3-0. Now here's the pitch. Lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Now batting.
So a runner at first now with run away, and with it comes Francisco Lindor to the plate. For the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first, and he'll be back in standing up. Here's the first pitch to him. Fouled away.
With that base running threat on first base, man, does that change the pitcher's whole mentality. This guy at the plate should assume nothing but heaters coming right at him.
And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. High in the air down the right field line. This is going to wind up a foul ball.
I mean, he's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Francisco Lindor. Pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed now. Classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, and it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Kevin O'Day enters the ballgame out of the pen, looking for the final out here in the top of inning number 8. Will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. From the belt, the pitch. Hit back up the middle. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. And that's going to move that go-ahead run to second now with 2 gone. Kevin Pillar will come on now and pinch run here. Next to dig in, Michael Conforto. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Hey, these mechanics ain't out of the textbook the art of pitching, but he seems to be effective with what he's doing.
The 0-1 offering. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball. Breaking ball called just a bit low.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Nimmo at second. Pillar on at first with 2 down. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call.
2 on, 2 out with the base open here as a pitcher. You have to be awful careful. You just don't want to groove something here and give this guy a pitch and he can hit one out of the park on.
Back up the middle, and that'll get through into center field for a base hit. Runner scores from second.
Well, those have to feel really good here. When you get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
Into the box now, Javier Baez in the dirt here. And the runners will stay put here on ball 1. well above the letters with the fastball that time.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
The set and the 2-0. 3-0 now. Ready with the 3-0.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just move in one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
2 men are on with 2 men out. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
Got him! And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. Mets forced to settle for 1 here in the inning. Patrick Mazika is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base.
Now playing first base.
And now here is DJ LeMahieu. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Oh, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, man. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game, it's worked out beautifully.
First pitch of the AB on its way.
You know, because this is just a 1-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
The 1-0.
Don't expect this pitcher to throw something over the heart of the plate. He's going to have to stay on the corners right here. Huge spot in this game. Do not miss over the heart and get weak.
The 2-0. Too high. And it's 3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
And the pitch. And he lays off. Bill Fuller. So now the potential time run here is aboard late in the game.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. It seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you. So we'll see if that's the case here.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And into bat next, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. From the stretch.
Nice job by the pitcher right there to establish himself back into the strike zone. Would have liked to have seen the hitter been a little bit more aggressive in that situation. Usually when a pitcher throws 4 balls in a row, that next pitch you can get super greedy right down the middle.
Hit to first. He's right there. To second for 1. Back to first. And a costly at-bat there. As a possible time run is erased on the double play.
Well, they got the time right on base, but one ground ball later, and it's gone. He's going to be frustrated with himself after that.
Trevor May enters here looking to get the final out before the 9th inning.
Number 65. Trevor May.
So now to the plate, Aaron Judge, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
grounded to third. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. The Yanks held in check. They trail 3-2. Set to start the 9th in this one, and striding forward the designated hitter, Dominic Smith. Now the first pitch. And some fireworks perhaps to kick off the 9th, as that one just about got him.
He went deep earlier, so that might have been a little bit of a message they were trying to send to get him off the plate. At the very least, they're clearly trying to get him from getting his arms extended again.
2 balls and no strikes to the Mets DH.
Non-competitive pitch right there, runs the count to 2-0, and he is ready to do some damage in the box.
Now here's the pitch.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch, wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
The 2-1. Jeff McNeil waits on deck. Set. Here's the 3-1. Swing and oh my! Hit him with the high into the second deck and gone. A solo shot down the line in right. His second home run of the game, and it gives the Mets a 4-2 lead.
The bullpen is going to have to take care of business in the bottom half of this inning. If they're going to be able to throw a lot freer, that they've got that extra run to play with. Insurance runs are always huge.
Wandy Peralta, the lefty standing 6 foot even, takes over the pitching duties here.
Number 6.
Stepping in now, Jeff McNeil, as he'll reach unsuccessfully at the slider away at strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 0-1 delivery. Liner towards second. And gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
The catcher, number 43, James.
At the plate, James McCann. As he'll look at a slider that runs in too far for ball 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Here's the 1-0. Looked like that one tied him up a bit. A swing and a miss. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. McNeil aboard here at first with nobody out. And he lays off this one down and in for ball 2. Two and 2 to the Mets catcher.
Wow, I can't believe the hitter took that one. The pitcher absolutely got away with a hanger.
Grounded up the first baseline. Well, this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2 and 2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Jonathan Villar. as he looks at a called strike one. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. Oh and 1, here it comes. Oh, this is hit to third. Will it be two? Torres at the bat. On the Rizzo, and it's a double play. Side retired. But the Mets are able to tack on one thanks to the solo homer. Last chance coming up here for the Bombers. It's now 4-2 New York. Edwin Diaz comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
Number 39, Edwin Diaz.
Last time through.
Yeah, Matty, he needs to clean it up. He's already got the hat trick. The boys are wondering if the golden sombrero is soon to follow. Gotta lock this AB in.
The 0-1 on its way. 0-1. Down the first baseline. But a foul ball. 1-2 to count now. Pitch on the way. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. McNeil is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the ninth this crowd was hoping for. One away. And now in the box, Joey Gallo.
Joey Gallo.
First pitch of the AB now.
Good fastball there. Didn't get the swing, but the guy at the plate isn't someone who chases many bad pitches.
The 1-0 home is in there for strike one.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Bases are empty, one man out. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball.
Now, this guy's got some of the nastiest stuff in the game. It is absolutely no fun for an offense to try and piece together any type of attack when he's throwing this stuff.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Joey Gallo becomes out number 2 in the bottom of the ninth. In now, Aaron Hicks. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. Nimmo is there. Makes the catch and the ball game is over.
Hey, this was a pretty tightly played game. Got a little bit of everything in this one. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching, and defense in certain spots. This one was a fun one to watch.
4-2 the final score tonight. The New York Mets came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Carlos Carrasco is credited with the win. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight: for the victorious New York Mets, 4 runs on 10 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. For the Yankees, 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game: 2 hours and 45 minutes. Our paid attendance here tonight at Yankee Stadium: 47,309. The Yankees thank you for attending and remind you to please get home safely.